Yo, what's going on YouTube? Just joking. Welcome back to my channel for another GTA 5 video, and in today's video we're going to be customizing and reviewing the brand new Karin Previon, which was released with the LS TUNERS DLC. As you can see straight off the bat, these wheels are not standard for this car. The reason I've changed is because the stock wheels on this aren't that great, and I'm in story mode and this car hasn't been released just yet into online, so I'm having to use Script 5 to bring it in, and because I'm in story mode I don't have access to the street or the track wheels inside of LS Custom, so I've had to apply these wheels on the outside using my Script 5 mods and then bring it in. So the wheels have already been done, and I believe they were called the Sugoi Concave, something like that, but they look awesome. They look a lot better than what the standard ones do. And another thing about this vehicle, this is in the coupes class, and I can't remember the last time we had a new coupe car in this game. It is absolutely insane. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's crack on with this build. We're going to go to the armour as always and purchase 100% body armour. Then we're going to go to the brakes and get the race brakes. Then we've got the bumper, front bumper to start. We get 4 additional options, so hopefully we can change the actual look, which we can, which is awesome. So I think my favourite out of all of these was the street front bumper, so we're going to go with that one. Then we've got the rear bumper, so we only get 2 options, which is a rear diffuser, and then we've got the primary dip diffuser. I think it looks better without, to be honest. So yeah, we're going to stay none for the rear bumper. Then we've got the engine block. Like all these other videos I've done, you must have seen these engine blocks 1,000 times. So I'm just going to quickly slide through them and just choose, you know, the last one. Why the hell not? Let's go down to the bottom. We've got 26 in this one, jeez. So we're going to just choose the last one. There we go. You've seen them all before, so I'm not going to bore you with the details. And there we go. Then we've got the engine tunes. We're going to get the level 4 engine upgrade. Then we've got the exhausts. So we've got a nice amount of options for the exhausts. So I'm going to accelerate so we can get rid of that smoke. So then the square ones, I really dislike, you know, square boxed exhaust. I think they look dumb. And then we're just going to keep moving down. They look pretty cool. The quad titaniums. Then we've got the chrome versions of that. Then we've got a street exhaust, which looks awesome. Then we've got then we've got titanium versions. They are huge. And then we've got these angled ones, and then this straight blast. They are too crazy for my liking, and I won't be purchasing those ones. I think they are a touch too big, so I think the street exhaust is the way to go.
Go ahead and hit that like button so we can hack the algorithm and get more views. Thank you.
Then we've got the intercooler. You can see it obviously because I've got the open grille at the front, which is awesome. Or should we go for the big logo? Yeah, let's go for the large logo one. Let's go for that. Headlights. So these are going to be headlight tints, as what we've been getting on all of them. The Neo ones are looking awesome, so let's get them. Then we've got the hood options, hood catchers. We are going to go with the angled ones if we can get it. There we go. We get the angled hood pins. Then we move on to the hood itself. So we've got the carbon, the see-through. Oh my days. That is mad. What? Now that's the first time I've ever seen a completely see-through bonnet on any GTA car. That is crazy. You know, I like the novelty of that, but I don't think I want to get it for my car. But you know, that's a cool option, man. Then we've got the vented hoods. That looks mean as hell. I actually really like that. Then the carbon version, then the street, then the carbon, then the fully vented, then the side vented. That looks ridiculous. Not a fan of that one at all. The tuner hood, again, that looks ridiculous. You know, not a fan. And that is it. I think my favourite was this one. I think that looks awesome. It makes the car look really mean. So yeah, let's go with that one. So then we do get interior options. You must have seen all these 1,000 times as well. So I'm not going to bore you with the details. I'm just going to jump into them, flick through them, and then come out. You know, I'm not going to choose nothing because I don't play in first person. And I don't see the point in doing it because the inside of these vehicles are very poorly rendered. The only thing I will be changing is the roll cage in the seats, because you actually see them from the outside. So let's go with this carbon bucket seat, and then the same with the steering wheel. It's not going to change them, but I will quickly script through it so you can see what's what, and that's it. Nothing too crazy. Then we've got the roll cage. Hopefully we can get a street half cage, which we can, because I don't mess with any of these other roll cages because I think they look ridiculous. And then that brings us nicely down to the lights. We're going to go headlights and purchase the Xeon headlights. And we are going to get a neon kit for this. We're going to go front, back and sides. And for the colour, I will decide after I've finished customising this vehicle. So then we've got a livery option. Loads of options for the liveries. I'm just going to quickly skip through them so you can see. I don't think I'm going to purchase one, even though that one is pretty smart. It's very era appropriate, you know, with the shopping list down the side and also on the bonnet, very, very appropriate. Then they've got the white version of that, and then there's some track liveries which I'm not a fan of. That one actually looks really cool though. The atomic tires, you know, that's a nice graphic design livery for this car, man. Well, I'm not going to get it, but it looks awesome. You know, personally, I actually really like the shopping list. I thought that, like I said, era appropriate. It really suits this car, so I'm going to go with that one. Then we've got the mirror options. We've got the secondary mirrors and then the carbon mirrors. Now I'm thinking about just staying stock for the mirrors. Then we've got the plate, but we don't have a front plate, so we don't have to worry about removing that. Then we're going to move on to the respray. We're going to go primary colour and into classic. So that's why not go with the gasoline green. That looks pretty sweet. Then the secondary colour, we're also going to go classic. What does this change? It is just the roll cage. And also the calipers. And the door handles. We're going to go with the ice white. So then we get a roof option. Only 2 options for this. We've got a scoop. And then a tuner scoop. Let's go with a race scoop for this one. Then we've got side skirts. So hopefully we can drop the side of that a little bit better. Which we can with the tuner one. And also the street race setup. Looks pretty sweet. The tuner one's my favourite, so let's go with that. Then we've got the splitters at the front, which is nice. I'm glad we can get hold of some splitters. It's a shame that doesn't come out a little bit further though. But then the nose on this car is actually quite long anyway. And I think about going primary for the splitter, because obviously, like I said, it doesn't really extend too far out. And I think if we just have this one, it looks a little bit out of place. And I think if we have it primary, then it kind of suits that front end a little bit nicer. So we'll just go primary for the splitter. Then we've got the spoiler option. Loads of options for spoilers. I'm just going to quickly slide through them so you can see what's what. I'm probably going to get some sort of GT wing on this one like this. But we're going to keep going through and see what else we've got. And not that many, to be fair. I thought there was going to be more than that. It looked like there was more than that. So I think I'm going to go with something like this. But then I think I'm going to remove the livery because I don't like how the livery is on the spoiler. It kind of ruins it for me. That one's too tall. Yeah, I'm going to go with the street spoiler, but then I'm going to quickly go back to the liveries and remove the livery. So then we've got the sun strips, so hopefully we can get a sponsor one, which we can. I think I might go for the white Fukaru one, because then obviously it matches with the roll cage, so let's go with that. Suspension, competition suspension. Oh my days, why does it do that, man? That sort of camber looks ridiculous. This sort of camber, fine. That sort of camber, no. So we're going to go sports suspension for this. Then we've got the transmission. We're going to get the race transmission and the turbo tuning. Wheels have already done. And then to finish it off, we've got the windows. We're going to get a light smoke window tint. So again, my dudes, there is the brand new Karin Previon, which was released with the LS Tuners DLC. Not currently released right now. It is still part of Drip Feed, but it is in the game files and it will be coming very, very soon. Now looking at it anyway, it's not, you know, the best looking thing in the world, but we're going to take it for a spin. Remember, it is only a coupe car, so it's not going to be crazy on the old speed or anything like that. But even though saying that, it has reached 100 miles per hour. Whoa, it does feel a bit slidey. Traction doesn't feel as tight as some of the supercars, but you know, it's to be expected. Turning circle's decent. Braking feels good. Acceleration actually feels really good for a coupe car. You got, like I said, you got to remember this is just a coupe's car. It's not a sports car. So, but this feels like a mid-range sports car in the game. You know, something that could actually maybe compete with the mid-tier sports cars in this game. This is going to actually absolutely obliterate the coupe's car class, in my opinion. No doubt about it. Let's just double check it isn't the coupe's class, which it is. That's unbelievable. You know, this is actually I think this is going to actually destroy that class, to be honest. Now it just comes down to would I recommend it. I mean, this is going to be $1.5 million, so this is very, very expensive for a coupe's car. But if you don't race, then I suppose the class doesn't really matter to you. But then again, if you do race, it is going to matter. And if you race in coupes class races, then this is obviously going to be the one you want to pick up, because in my opinion this is going to be above and beyond the best coupes car in the game when it is released. But I don't think I'd recommend it because it is very expensive, and unless you do coupes racing, then that's the only reason you'd want to buy this, because looks from the get-go, from standard, aren't great. The looks after customization aren't great. The customizations you can do to it, there's some nice options, but again, it's not great. So the only thing that this car's got going for is that it feels, the performance wise, it feels like it's, you know, on par with a mid-level sports car in the game. But for 1.5 mil, that's another reason not to buy this car in my opinion. So I would not recommend this car purely on the fact that it's ugly, customizations aren't great, it's really expensive, and it's in the coupes category. The only thing it has got going for, it's got decent performance. That's it. For a coupes car, it's got decent performance. But, you know, that's the only thing going for, and for the price range, that is ridiculously expensive. So I'm going to be quite harsh on this car. I'm only going to rate it a 4 out of 10 because it is just so damn ugly. There's nothing you could do to this car to make it look nice in my opinion. Rockstar has kind of dropped the ball on this one a little bit in my opinion, because they could have made this so much better. But then that is just my opinion. You guys hit me up with your opinions down in the comments below. It's always appreciated. And if you did enjoy this one, make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm out. Adios.